It's going to be super cool following their storyline from just being 2K community members to now the
2K Sports pregame show.
The NBA postseason is here!
Oh,
Yay! About time. Welcome, everybody. Happy to have you with us here on 2K Sports, as you can tell. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Taking a look at the Celtics, the second seed in the East, a confident team entering these playoffs. They're looking to make a deep run and contend for a title. What we've all been waiting for, 16 hopeful clubs making it through the regular season tonight, round one, game one. Shaq, what changes, if any, will teams make now that they have reached the playoffs?
Well, maybe some adjustments based on matchups. Mostly stick with what you got here, Ernie.
Dance with the girl you brung, or that brung you. Dance
Right.
with the whatever. Isn't that the way they used to say that?
That's the
And
way
don't
you
bring
used to say
sand
it.
to the Bahamas. All that stuff.
Don't bring sand to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Right.
Kenny, how about you?
Well, playoffs will generally require half-court offense. So you got to be able to play it and raise your intensity, and you don't bring sand to Miami either.
Good. Well said. Right. Kevin.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Round one, Eastern Conference, the NBA playoffs. The Milwaukee Bucks have heard the doubters. As the 7th seed, they face a daunting battle ahead. Will they be able to dictate the first chapter of the series against the Boston Celtics? Round one, game one, the NBA playoffs, coming up next.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And also joining us on the sidelines, the league's most valuable player in 2004, Kevin Garnett. KG, it is great to have you with us.
Okay, how you been, man? It's good to see you,
Waiting
man.
for you to sit right here next to us. That's what I've been waiting
Man,
for.
thank you for having me, man. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Can't wait to get inside your impressions of this game. It'll be a lot of fun. This Boston crowd ready to roar in this Eastern Conference matchup for the Celtics. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Bucks, we've got Chris Middleton. Tony Snell is out there at Bledsoe. Then it's John Henson, and it's Antetokounmpo in the power forward. On defense, Boston. And KG, you're retired from the game now, and you're stepping into the broadcast business a little bit. You're
Man, you see me? Listen, you know what? Area 21 is something that is authentic. It's me. I'm having a great time watching the games. It's really cool being a fan now. I can root for people I want to root for. I don't have to worry about preparing and who I'm a guard and I'm getting the tea. So you know what? It's a great time. It's work. You know, it's not just you go on there and you have a bunch of fun. You know, we actually get some things done, and but we have a great time, man.
You're in that.
Hey, Kev, listen, watching you, being around you, you know, man, the great rest in peace to Craig. You know, Ernie. Charles, all these great influences, man, has definitely helped. Not just me, but our younger generations of broadcasters, man. It's totally, I didn't see this being my lane, but I'm having fun with it.
Doing a great job.
Well, I just love how Marcus Smart plays the game of basketball. He's aggressive, he's intelligent, and he doesn't mind getting under your skin.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Shooting two.
He misses the free throw.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. and he sinks the second. Kevin, what a lot of fans don't get to see is all the work players do behind the scenes at home, before games, after games, on off days. Can you talk a little bit about that? Getting your body ready from the end of one game to play the next game. I mean, I've seen it, but you talk about it.
Yeah, the wellness starts right after you stop playing. The minute you come off the court, you're iced. You got to do progressions where right after the game you shower. Obviously, you got to get massages. You got to get some type of wellness on your legs, just because you're running so much. People don't know that you have to lift weights. When we was in Boston, we lift every other day. We had a strenuous strength program. Shout out to B-Doo. Brian Dew, who was our strength coach up there, never let us get a day off. And if you didn't lift weights, then we find you as a players find you. Because it's important for you to come in here and be strong. We need everybody to be as strong as they can be. So you have to lift. And then actually, you practice, but after practice, you have to put time into your own personal game.
Right. So much goes into it. It's amazing. Al Horford, a player who doesn't dominate any one category as a big man, but KG has very few weaknesses. He's fundamentally sound.
Very effective, man. Al Horford knows what he is. He's very solid with what he does. Sets great picks. He's able to create space between him and his defender. If you watch him, he's gotten better with his shot. He's gotten better with his three-point shot. He's able to shoot it at rapid style now. Been in Atlanta, been in a kind of a system where he was able to play kind of 4 guys, 1 in, and he would be more perimeter. He's really developed a perimeter shot now. It's really helped him. Now he's able to put the ball on the floor with a shot fade and go to the basket, make, other passes to guys. Really helped that whole system up there. Boston is a threat, but without Al Horford's play, his inside play, and his, able to go out and hit threes, they're not the same team without him.
Quality person, too.
Absolutely, yes. Man. No better locker room leader. He's one of these guys that, when you talk about men, you want to know that men can stand up and speak like men. He's one of those guys. He's one of those guys that's going to put on the table, and we are going to be in here speaking as men as it should be.
Here's Horford, following the score by John Henson. Irving kicks to Horford. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Horford's got his first bucket of the night. Kevin, especially back in Minnesota, you have some Hall of Fame battles with a guy named Tim Duncan. Talk about what those games, what those matchups were like.
Tim is very crafty, man. Our battles used to just, especially as young guys, young guys trying to establish themselves in a gritty league at the time, full of some older, dominant names at the time, Michael Jordan, Elijah Malone. The time where the forward position was a very, very tough position. But Timmy was one of them ones, man. Used angles very well, was very long, had a lot of counters, very strong, and had an inner beast that people really didn't really talk about because you didn't really necessarily hear or see it. But man, Timmy's one of the best, man. It's not by coincidence. He's one of the ones.
Antetokounmpo, just incredibly talented, a long, lanky, athletic powerhouse of a player.
Monroe's checked in for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown comes in for Marcus Smart. The Bucks also changing it up. Zeller, he's checked in for John Henson. Parker comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Terry in for Tony Snell. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Kevin, when you're talking about influences, you mentioned Chris Webber's name a lot.
Yeah, see, Webb was kind of... he and Stacey Augmon was at a time where I was trying to find myself as a player.
Search for a roadmap, maybe. Who do I most resemble?
Not only that, but just some direction. At the time, I was a big who had handles. And if you know anything about Southern coaches, they don't want their big handling the ball. So you get the ball to a guard or whatever. It wasn't until I got to Chicago to where the scouts or, people were able to see, like, wow, this big can actually handle the ball. He has handle a little bit. And then my high school coach would actually make me bring the ball up to show off and showcase it.
No kidding.
I hated it. I was like, oh, my God.
But look at what happened,
bring the ball up. And he knew that turning, I could handle it. And I was like, oh, my God, I hated this. And he knew I would go and dunk him on. I was like, nah, I don't want to shoot. He was like, no, bring the ball up. Anyways.
And, Kevin, there was such a whirlwind around your trade to the Celtics from the Timberwolves. What were your thoughts and emotions at that time?
You know what? Being in Minnesota at the time, it was very difficult for me. I didn't necessarily want to leave. I had a goal to bring the city a championship, and I felt like I could do that. Nothing worse than when you have to deal with the reality of change. I'm not the one for change, even though I do know in order to process or progress better, you have to embrace some change. So with the help of my friends from Chauncey Billups, Teron Lou, I sat and I thought through it with those guys who have been through the trade process and talking to me, getting me to understand my options. And once I understood all my options, then I just, it was about what was best for me and my family.
Wow, yeah, there's a lot to consider. 11 feet away, here's Monroe, and it's Monroe finishing it off.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the put.
And GA, strong work all around in the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here. Muhammad's checked in. The screen from Brown. Terry dishes to Parker. Zeller up top. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Clock at 6. Shoots over Monroe. No good off the back of the rim.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. They get a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Rozier, and easy 2 points on the layup.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Screen by Parker. Terry outside. Here's Muhammad. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
And so it's the Boston Celtics with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And we welcome you back to our presentation of Game 1. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Yeah, getting an early boost from the bench. That's been the difference here so far.
Boy, the bench has been sensational. They've come in, run the offense, and are capitalizing on all opportunities.
Jaylen Brown is out of UC Berkeley. He has sought out the mentorship of greats like Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas, the first Isaiah Thomas. How key is that for young players, you think, Kevin, to tap into your knowledge, to talk to an Isaiah Thomas or a Shaq?
It's important, man. The OGs have the knowledge. We like to call the YGs, this younger generation. And what you get from an OG is that he's going to give you stuff that intangibles, things parents, relatives, family can't give you, things that go in the locker rooms, things that that helps you prepare. When you get knowledge like this, you have to apply it. You have to use it to the best of your ability. More importantly, you have to see how it fits. You'll get some advice from a great, and at some point you have to see how it relates to you and your life. And we like to say in our league, the way you give back, the way you pay an OG back is that when you become an OG, you see a YG, you give them those same jewels that some OG gave you at one point.
Rozier is out there with Brown. And it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Monroe. And it's Baines in at the 5 spot. That's the Boston 5.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Over to the left wing. Inside. Tries from 7. Monroe's shot is good. Monroe's got 8 points.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Terry kicks to Zeller from 11 feet away. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And Kev, you think of the great ones. You, Kobe, Jordan. Timmy, yeah, how about him? They worked harder than anybody else, Kevin.
And what you learn is that the similarity or the parallel that you all have is an inner animal that you never speak about. We're all a little off. We're all a little dark. But that's what pushes you through pain. That's what pushes you through tough moments. And when someone says you can't, when someone says this is not possible, this is unreal, no one has ever done it, that's the moment you're looking for. The moment someone told Kobe that he couldn't get over 50, 60, something Jordan couldn't do, he was driven in that. And if Phil wouldn't have stopped him, he probably would have reached 100 points.
He probably would have, yeah.
You know, he did Will Chamberlain a favor. And that's just real. He was in that type of mode. We all share that passion. We all share that drive. And the ones that have that inner darkness, we all understand.
It's like a split personality, huh?
It's almost like another level.
Yeah. And that one misses. Terry Rozier taken by the Celtics, 16th pick back in 2015. KG, some were surprised the Celtics had already some defensive-minded combo guards already in Avery Bradley and Marcus Smart, yet they took Rozier.
I like him, though. No better guards to learn from, you know, with Smart and Avery and, man, to pass these Jews down to a young Rozier. Yes. Can you imagine, like, progression with this kid and that tenacity? You know, a lot of people don't know he has a little bit of offense to him, too, but naturally defensive, you see the natural ability.
That's his calling card right now, defense.
If I was him, I would lead on that.
You know, I think the one area where Muhammad seems to get more comfortable each year is the free throw line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Regular season grind, 82 games in the regular season. In your opinion, is that the right amount of games for teams to play, or would you like to see the schedule shortened where there's more practice in between, more days of rest, more days to recuperate?
Man, look.
You get a big smile on your face.
For the old school, Kev, you know, 82 games is how you got to come through it. This is, listen.
It's a war, isn't it?
Listen, it is. And you know what? This is the tradition of it, man. This is what it is, bro. If you don't want to go through this and go through this hall and this road of this journey, then cool. Go to another league. They got shorter games. They got other awards that you can, you know. This is the NBA. This is what it is. This is the grind of it. And ones that have come before you have done it, just like the ones that's after you is going to do it. This is what it is, bro.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Aaron Baines. And then for Milwaukee. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jabari Parker. And Tony Snell subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. Boston leading by 8. To the inside. Here's Irving. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Irving's got his second bucket.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
.141 left in the first half. Kicks to Snell. The dish to Middleton. Outside, out of the Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. .127 left in the first half of basketball.
Boy, you know, a lack of effort defensively, and he gets a very good look from deep.
Feeds it to Tatum. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Tatum's got his first basket of the night.
And look at the focus. I mean, Tatum's not going to allow the defense to overwhelm him. Simply keeping his eyes on the bucket there and cashing in down low.
KG, I know you can't stay any longer. You've got to move on, but we appreciate your time, and it's always great to see you.
Kev, anytime, man. It's great to see you, man. Anytime you need me, let me know, man. I'm yours.
Former MVP, Defensive Player of the Year and champion, Kevin Garnett. And Doris, one of the things that really strikes me about KG, he's as smart as he is athletically gifted. What a treat to have him join us tonight.
Well, I'm in awe of his enthusiasm, and it's not just when he's talking, but when others are talking as well. There's so much life to the conversation. Everything he brought to the court for 21 years, he now brings to the booth.
And here's Bledsoe after Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. Here's Antetokounmpo, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Oh, he is one hard player to deal with at the offensive end.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Tatum kicks to Irving. To the middle. He's looking for Horford and finds him. In the corner, Smart with it. His three-pointer's off the mark. Irving against Bledsoe. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's foul number 2 for him. Just 4 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Antetokounmpo. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so it's the Boston Celtics holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better, or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And welcome, everybody, each and every one of you, to our special NBA postseason halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal alongside. Looking at Boston, they've put themselves in decent shape to grab that all-important Game 1 victory. So far, they've clearly been the better team controlling the flow. By no means is it a runaway, but they've put themselves in a great position. Taking a look at the Celtics, Shaq, what do you think?
You know what, Ernie, I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any book.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And welcome back to the NBA playoffs as we get ready to continue with this round 1 matchup. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
How about the opening half of basketball he played? I mean, so much riding on this game, and he came out with a sense of urgency to start.
Now, this is what he does. He takes command in big situations, and I expect we'll see more of that in the second half.
Welcome back as we get set to continue our coverage of this round 1 playoff matchup. So it's the Bucks now. They trail by 11. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. They've got Tony Snell. John Henson out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard position. Here's Irving. Following the score by John Henson. Horford kicks to Smart. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
I'll tell you have to appreciate the confidence of Marcus Smart. At point-blank range, he is an efficient scorer.
Henson sets a screen for Bledsoe. And it's sent back by Horford. Hayward kicks to Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And for those of you turning in, we're about a minute into the second half. Here's Antetokounmpo. Rebounded by Smart.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
But, Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Horford. This is it to Smart. On its way from Hayward for two. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game. Bucks trail by 17. Right wing. Snell, the pass to Henson. Will it go? Al Horford with the rebound.
Boy, what a cold start to the second half for them. Just 1 for 4 from the field so far.
Tatum. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finished strong.
Snell dishes to Henson. It's deflected. Right side, Irving. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Puts it up from 15, and Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Outside Irving, in the corner, Smart with it. Off target from 3-point range. Bucks trail by 20. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Horford, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Oh, I love how crafty Al Horford is. He does such a good job drawing contact, Kevin.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Al Horford.
I think one of the things organizations appreciate about Al Horford is how he is a two-way player. He's always going to give his best effort. What a pro this guy is.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Monroe's checked in for Tatum. Jaylen Brown comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Irving. He's off on the second. Bucks trail by 21. On the wing, Jason Terry. Brown outside. Back to Terry. Shot to end this cold run. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shots. 3 shots.
Free throw, good. Terry. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Boston. Morris comes in for Marcus Smart. Good on the second free throw. And he makes all 3. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. In the corner, it's Morris. Shoots over Brown, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Brown. Morris has got his first points of the night. Bucks trail by 20. Pass to Brown. It's stolen by Morris. Here's Rozier. Makes it off the glass.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
The Bucks have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Now here's Terry. He's covered closely. Baines with the block. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Morris with the ball. And Morris throws it down.
And they're just dominating on both ends. And it's reflected now in the score.
No, absolutely, Greg. They're absolutely rolling in sync totally on both the offensive and defensive ends.
Now here's Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And there's a whistle. That goes on Terry Rozier. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. Knocks it loose. It's Parker top of the key. Shot clock at 6. Back to Zeller. Shoots over Monroe. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 6 points for Tyler Zeller.
Good job working the in-between area.
Yeah, I think if the defense is going to give that to him, he's got to take the opportunity. He uses his size and high release point on the jumper.
Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by Marcus Morris. The Bucks have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Whoop shots.
The first free throw is good. Smart's checked in for the Celtics. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Monroe left side. Brown kicks to Morris. Over to the left wing. Smart wide open. He fires. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Growing confidence in his jumper. Smart is rising and firing after the catch of the pass. Nice.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been active and effective. Right back after this break. And we welcome you back to our coverage of Round 1 in the NBA playoffs. And Boston has possession. They lead by 24, their biggest margin. Smart and Brown outside on the wings. Marcus Morris is out there with Monroe. And it's Rozier in at the point. That's the Boston 5. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. And that one's good. Parker.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Smart kicks to Morris. To the middle. It's deflected. Now here's Terry. He's guarded closely. Pick by Zeller. Takes the 3. And it's Jason Terry with the 3.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
Now a timeout called by Boston. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Al Horford's checked in for Monroe. Tatum comes in for Morris. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Jaylen Brown. And Irving subbed in for Terry Rozier. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Zeller. Chris Middleton comes in for Jabari Parker. Tony Snell's checked in for Brown. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Jason Terry. Now here's Middleton after Gordon Hayward's miss. Left side, Antetokounmpo. Bledsoe outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Smart. And again, unable to change momentum here.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
Here's Henson. And finally they hit one.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Pass to Horford from outside the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 7 rebounds in the game. Inside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Irving kicks to Smart. He feeds it to Horford. The rebound by the Bucks. Here's Snell. He trains the quick shot.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Boston leading by 10. Irving kicks to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Yeah, guys, that takes vision and timing to put it on time and on target.
Bledsoe outside. Snell kicks to Antetokounmpo. Over Tatum. Antetokounmpo can't get that one to fall. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Stolen by Bledsoe. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, how about the anticipation from Al Horford? Perfectly times the release, sends it back.
Irving kicks to Tatum. This ball movement by Boston. Horford, no luck. On offense, here are the Bucks. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Now the pass to Henson. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Celtics leading by 10. Here's Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 12. 1:10 left in the fourth quarter. We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Jason Tatum.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
What a way to start the series. If this game is any indication, he's going to be an unstoppable force the next few games. .110 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the shot is long.
And so far this quarter, he's been a little off on his game.
Yeah, scoring isn't coming naturally to him right now. Looking a little bit uncomfortable out there.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down, and what will be a win here in Game 1 of the series for Boston.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Well, you know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, we got to see this guy's full range of offensive ability. He scored at every opportunity and in every way imaginable.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Monroe's checked in for Horford. Aaron Baines comes in for Gordon Hayward. Brownie's checked in for Smart. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Irving. Here's Monroe. And yes, it's good. And the Celtics lead by 16.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
Now here's Terry. It's tipped. It's Monroe, high post. He's against Zeller. Monroe's shot is good.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, it really was. They wanted this home win badly, and they went out and took it.
Here's Tatum. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Just relentless. Really impressed with how they've been able to maintain that focus.
I think it's obvious, Greg. They want this win. They're showing no let-up in their attack right now.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into Game 2.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
here with Gordon Hayward. Gordon, great effort for you guys tonight, and you get the win.
We did. We guarded extremely well. All-around effort by everybody. Great game. I thought we really moved the ball. Great win.
Excellent inside-out defense, Gordon. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, that'll do it for now. And you can join us during this first round of the Eastern Conference playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.